The concluding section. Having fully understood the 10 causes and conditions, as well as the 8 types of motivation, we have a direction to follow and methods to practice. After thoroughly comprehending the 10 factors for generating bodhicitta and the 8 types of motivation, we have a direction to follow and methods to practice. Generating bodhicitta is no longer a general or vague concept. The path has been shown, so we can follow it. The methods have been taught, so we can practice them. The rest depends on our effort. When cultivating bodhicitta, there are 2 methods to follow. The first is the 7-step cause and effect meditation. Recognize all beings as our mothers. That is, understand that all sentient beings have been our mothers. This is explained in the teachings on the kindness of sentient beings and parents. Reflect on their kindness. This goes without saying. Repay their kindness. Cultivate loving kindness. Cultivate compassion. Cultivate great resolve. Generate bodhicitta. Practice these 7 steps one by one. Only after completing one step should we move on to the next. Each time we practice, we should follow this sequence. Do not jump directly to the final step. That will not give rise to bodhicitta. The second method is the exchange of self and others. Ideally, one has the wisdom of no self in person, which allows for the exchange of self and others and the realization of equality among all beings. By practicing this exchange, aren't all beings equal? First, cultivate the wisdom of non-self. Then practice the exchange of self and others to generate bodhicitta. This method is exceptionally sublime, but more demanding. One must first develop a firm conviction in no self in person, and have some practice in its path of joining. Even without full realization, if one has a firm conviction, one can practice the exchange of self and others, which will lead to swift progress. We are fortunate to be born as humans, to live in China, to possess unimpaired 6 sense faculties and harmonized 4 elements, to have faith and to be free from demonic obstacles. Moreover, we have renounced worldly life, upheld the precepts, encountered a monastery, learned the dharma, paid homage to relics, practiced repentance, met virtuous friends, and possess excellent conditions. If we do not generate this great resolve today, when will we? This passage speaks of us. Among millions of people, how few have such merit? All the necessary conditions are present. If we don't cultivate bodhicitta now, when will we do so? With all the rare conditions present, we should cultivate bodhicitta for the sake of all sentient beings. This is the primary matter concerning both our spiritual journey and the benefit of beings. Having the body-mind, Buddhahood is attainable. Having a vow, all beings can be liberated. To lead all sentient beings to perfect enlightenment, everyone with Buddha nature should promptly learn to generate bodhicitta. I sincerely pray that all of you, having compassion for my sincerity and resolve, will generate this aspiration together. May those who haven't generated it do so now. May those who already possess it nurture it, and may those in whom it has grown maintain it without interruption. I earnestly hope that all of you will compassionately regard my sincerity and resolve, and join me in generating this great vow and cultivating bodhicitta. For those who have not yet generated it, please do so now. For those who have already aroused it, please make it grow thought by thought. For those in whom it has grown, please keep it going. Bodhicitta must be cultivated every year, every month, every day, and every moment. As the saying goes, in moments of urgency, abide in it. In times of turmoil, abide in it. We should never abandon it, not even for an instant. The ritual for generating bodhicitta states, the precious jewel of bodhicitta, may it arise in those who have not yet generated it. May it never decline in those who have aroused it, and may it continually grow and flourish. Generating bodhicitta is not simply a matter of reciting prayers. From the beginning of the path until the attainment of Buddhahood, we must persevere constantly, making it ever stronger. Just as our life depends on the beating of the heart, once the heart stops, life ends. Bodhicitta is like this vital pulse. We must never abandon it, not even for an instant. To forsake it is to cut off the spiritual life of a bodhisattva. No matter which paramita we practice, bodhicitta is its foundation and driving force. Therefore, we should diligently cultivate bodhicitta. Do not shrink back in fear of difficulties. Do not take it lightly and thus become impetuous. Do not rush and lose your perseverance. Do not slack off. Do not become dispirited. Do not procrastinate. Do not lose your resolve due to dullness. Do not belittle yourself or deem yourself unworthy due to limited capacity. Do not shrink back in fear of difficulties. This passage urges us not to retreat out of timidity, just because sentient beings seem difficult to liberate or enlightenment seems hard to attain. Some say, how can I generate bodhicitta when I'm constantly overwhelmed by afflictions? That is not the case. Once bodhicitta arises, you begin to change. When you reflect on the suffering of sentient beings, there is no time for vexations to arise. If we lose bodhicitta out of fear of difficulty, we lose both the temporary and ultimate immeasurable benefits. For a bodhisattva, abandoning bodhicitta is the gravest decline. We should reflect, the Buddha, during his causal stage, also had heavy karmic obstacles, just like us. But he was not frustrated. He practiced diligently and eventually perfected the 6 paramitas to attain Buddhahood. Since the Buddha progressed from an ordinary being to enlightenment, so can we. With persistent effort, we can accomplish even the most difficult practice. Since the Buddha could cultivate from an ordinary being to enlightenment, so can we. This truth is clear. Though we have flaws, it doesn't matter. Take your time and practice step by step. Don't be afraid of your afflictions. Though they often defeat you, counteract them little by little. Do not take it lightly and thus become impetuous. Do not treat this task as simple and become careless or restless. To truly shoulder the responsibility of liberating beings, we need unwavering bodhicitta as the fulcrum. An impetuous, arrogant, or impatient mind cannot carry it. Great patience is essential. Practice earnestly. Train in every circumstance, undeterred by difficulties. Remain resilient amid hardships and grow through the 6 perfections. If one is impetuous and superficial, it will not only be difficult to achieve profound progress, but setbacks and failures will also come quickly. Do not rush and lose your perseverance. Haste makes waste. Generating bodhicitta requires long-term resolve. Even if it takes countless eons to inspire a single virtuous thought in one being, never lose your aspiration. When guiding beings, we often lose patience quickly. The path to Buddhahood is inherently long, so there is no need to hurry. No matter what we do, we should follow the middle way, neither rush nor slacken. Whatever you do, cultivate this habit. Focus the mind steadily on the present task, neither rush nor slacken, free from restlessness or the urge for quick results. Hold your vows firmly and keep your mind pure. If one seeks only quick results without the intention to engage in long-term practice, lacking perseverance, with fragile vows and weak aspiration, setbacks are inevitable, and one is prone to regression. The root issue is haste. Always rushing for quick achievements leads to frustration and regression. When you seek quick results, frustration will arise over time. From the beginning, it should be a long-term resolve. Sentient beings are not easy to liberate, yet we should never give up on them. If we are unable to liberate someone, what should we do? The answer is deng deng. Maintain equanimity and patience. This is a long-term resolve. First, cultivate equanimity. Treat all beings impartially. Do not fixate on liberating a specific person. That is not compassion, but emotional attachment. Someone once messaged me saying, "I just need to liberate one person." I replied, "This is emotional attachment. There are many beings with karmic ties to you. Why focus only on this one? Are you truly liberating beings? This is emotional clinging disguised as compassion. How terrible! They may not even be aware of their state of mind." Moreover, generating bodhicitta to benefit sentient beings brings genuine happiness. Even brief moments of suffering can make us disheartened, but joyful experiences free from pain, even if they last for countless eons, never become tiresome. So why fear a long duration? The precious Garland states, "Intense suffering, even for a short time, is hard to bear. How much more when prolonged? But when one is happy, free from pain, what harm exists even over endless time?" Generating bodhicitta for the sake of sentient beings brings happiness, so there is no need to worry about how long the path may take. There is no suffering in it, and the more you practice, the greater the joy. The ornament of the Mahayana Sutras states, "For countless eons, one practices with supreme diligence, never retreating in the resolve to benefit beings, even to inspire a single virtuous thought in them. How much more to cultivate immeasurable virtues?" From a bodhisattva's perspective, even if it takes millions of eons to inspire a single virtuous thought in a being, they never grow weary. Without long-term resolve, when faced with beings difficult to guide and teachings hard to practice, how can one truly persevere willingly and unyieldingly? The habit of ordinary beings is that as time wears on, they lose the will to advance and turn to caring only for themselves. With such an attitude, can one attain Buddhahood swiftly? Only with steadfast and enduring bodhicitta can one progress swiftly toward Buddhahood.